Everyone talks about grinding, about pulling all-nighters, about studying until you can barely keep your eyes open. They wear exhaustion like a badge of honor. But here's what they don't tell you. Burnout doesn't announce itself. It doesn't show up one day and say, "Hey, I'm here to ruin everything." No, it creeps in slowly, silently, during those endless hours when your effort has no direction and your mind is just spinning. You know the feeling. You sit down with the best intentions. Hours pass. You're technically studying, but when you finally close that book or shut that laptop, you realize nothing actually stuck. Your brain feels like static. Your motivation? Gone. And that voice in your head starts whispering the worst lie of all. Maybe I'm just not disciplined enough. Stop right there. You are disciplined. You're showing up. You're putting in the time. But here's the truth no one wants to hear. You're doing it wrong. Because studying long hours was never about brute force. It's not about who can suffer the longest. It's about flow. It's about understanding that your brain isn't a machine you can just run into the ground. It's a system, a sophisticated, powerful system that needs to be worked with, not against. So if you want to study longer without burning out, if you want those hours to actually mean something, then stop pushing harder. Start recovering smarter. Listen closely. Your brain operates in cycles. It's not designed for endless, uninterrupted focus. It needs rhythm. Focus, then rest. Output, then recovery. Push, then release. This isn't weakness. This is biology. So study in focused blocks. Give it everything you have for that period, and then stop. Actually stop. Stand up. Walk around. Breathe deeply. Look at something that isn't a screen or a page. Let your eyes rest. Let your mind wander. And I need you to hear this. Rest is not laziness. Rest is not giving up. Rest is part of the work. When you skip it, you're not being productive. You're being reckless. You're draining the very resource you need most. Here's another thing. It's not about how long you study. It's about when. Your energy isn't constant throughout the day. You have peaks and valleys, and if you're doing your hardest work during the valleys, you're fighting an uphill battle you'll never win. Do the heavy lifting when your energy is high. Tackle the complex problems, the difficult concepts, the material that requires real mental horsepower during your peak hours. Save the lighter tasks, the review, the organizing, for when your energy naturally dips. A focused, energized 2 hours will always beat 6 hours of mental fog. Always. And burnout? Burnout loves boredom. It thrives in monotony. So change things up. Study in a different room. Change your lighting. Adjust your posture. Go to a library, a cafe, a park. Same brain, new surroundings. It's a reset button your mind desperately needs. Here's where most people get it wrong. They measure success by pain, by how much they suffered, by how exhausted they are. That's not success. That's self-destruction with better marketing. Measure success by progress instead. One concept you actually understood. One page you genuinely absorbed. One problem you can now solve without help. These small wins aren't trivial. They're everything. They add up, compound, and build into something real. And here's the beautiful part. Motivation doesn't come before clarity. It follows it. When you see yourself actually learning, actually improving, the motivation takes care of itself. Let me be clear about something. Burnout isn't caused by studying too much. It's caused by studying without rest, without purpose, without rhythm, and without believing that what you're doing is actually working. When you study with intention, when you have a system, when you respect the way your brain operates, those long hours stop feeling like torture. They start feeling meaningful. They become sustainable. You don't need to destroy yourself to build your future. You don't need to sacrifice your health, your sanity, your life to achieve your goals. That's not discipline. That's just slow-motion self-harm. Study smart, recover well, respect your limits, and then keep going. Not until you break, but until you succeed. because the goal isn't to survive your study sessions, it's to thrive in them. And that's completely possible when you finally understand the power isn't in pushing through, it's in knowing when to push and when to rest. That's how you study long hours without burning out. That's how you actually make progress. And that's how you build something that lasts.